Welcome to our one most loyal viewer. I was muted, but only for a moment.
I was about to ask you that.
Yeah. It happens pretty often because of the way I have to set things up. But that's okay. I remembered right away this time. So, Bill, to update you, we have added the... Oh, come on. You're here most of the time. That's more... The only more loyal viewer is the Stream Elements bot. And maybe Krengar ties with you. But like we talked about last time, we decided that we are going to add the 6-party member mod so that we could maybe not die every single fight. Although I know we disappointed you all last time.
Yeah, suck it, Phil. We're gonna live.
I know we disappointed you all last time with that. And now we'll probably even be better at not dying. Now that I've said that, expect like 18 party wipes this session. So, fun times. Hopefully the volume is good for everybody and the video. Let me know if there are any concerns.
I think Phil's only concern is not enough death.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Well, no promises. I try really hard to die, but
He puts in the effort. It's because he cares. It comes from the heart, Phil.
I think I also had switched Fane from summoning to something else, and I don't have any skills in that, so that's been
the dwarf
interesting.
doesn't have any skill books.
Yeah, I remember that happening too. If Anne needs to have his stats intelligence, like no skills for it. Yikes.
Oh well.
Like,
so, we might not actually do better after all, but we can pretend.
We'll have more fodder to resurrect after.
Yeah.
Oh, we should grab bedrolls for our NPCs.
No, you don't really need to. Because if you just rest near them, they'll heal.
Yeah, but if the other people die.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
I suppose. We don't need you and your logic here.
I'm sorry. Take it back. YOLO. Guess we were heading this way, weren't we?
Yeah. No, I think that's back the way we... Oh, never mind. You're right. I was going back the wrong way. Maybe in June, depending on what the game actually ends up being, we'll be looking at some Dark Alliance.
Sure.
Open the skull pile, but I forgot that you need to open the things.
There's also another game I saw pop up on Steam at it's fairly cheap.
Which one was
Looks
that?
interesting. You have to look see real quick here. The Ascent.
I'm not familiar.
The Ascent is a solo and co-op action shooter RPG set in the cyberpunk world.
Huh.
It's sort of Diablo. It's only 30-40 bucks. Drop a link so everyone can have a look-see.
Let me know if that link doesn't go through, and if it doesn't, you can just send it to me. I don't... Or maybe I can do moderator stuff. I don't really know.
I threw the link up in.
Oh, our own chat.
Through on.
I see. Trump is talking to me here.
He trembles and seems to shudder with a quiet sob.
I'm cursed, you know. Bloody Brachus bound me here to protect his vault. He has
Government drone.
Soul in that jar just there, and I can't leave without it. As long as the jar stays unbroken, I can never truly die.
What did you do to earn such a
I
punishment?
don't rightly know. This was the Source King's way. Befriend you, then destroy you. I was a fool to expect I'd be an exception. His favor was intoxicating. That's no excuse, but it is the reason.
Is he an insufferable of a man and deserves his fate, or should we help him?
He's an insufferable rat, but maybe help him. Maybe it'll lead to a fight.
I'm on the help him chain.
I guess we're being nice.
Really? You would?
He drops to his knees before you and grabs onto your feet with both hands, head hanging.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You.
Ooh, what kind of fancy thing do we want?
This would be a level.
Sorry?
What happens if we grab all this stuff?
We have smart leggings, so they require intelligence. We have splendid tunic for finesse. We have a 13 to 14 and 2 to 3 fire damage one-handed sword. And a 1922 3 to 4 water damage two-handed weapon.
My 2 levels behind. But Beast probably needs a better upgrade.
Okay. So for Beast, what's Beast got for a weapon? Bird.
What's up?
What's Beast got for a weapon?
He has a magical flanged mace.
What's the
With 155% critical and 5% crit chance.
how much damage?
13 to 14.
Okay. It's hard to tell. I can't compare it to my own character. Just get that one. That's that one. For some reason, it's I sent Ifan old armor.
What happens if we break these other soul jars?
They all relate to certain NPCs that you meet, so if you keep them, they'll sometimes ask you for them and stuff. If you break them, it'll actually kill some of the NPCs that you meet.
I know from my playthrough that Gratiana's is one that you want to keep, and then the Captain Sek Sabor has a cool quest for armor, but the other 3 you can destroy if you want.
So just curious. We can do it.
I'll talk to Sex Sabor.
Emanating a faint odor of
Pry the
swing
jar
touch
free.
the glass. You emerge on the prow of a fine ship. Your armor pulses with enchantment, dominating those who draw near.
This is actually a really cool armor
Your
set.
flag flies for Brachus Rex, a tyrant who traded for your soul. With his power, your flesh and blood is no longer relevant. The vision fades as the soul thrashes, trying to sever your connection.
Chase the soul into the darkness until you catch it.
In the end, greed masters you. You seek out the tyrant's vault to retrieve your soul, but Brackus is ready with a trap.
Uh-oh.
Thus imprisoned, you can only dream about what is out of reach. Your soul and that alluring armor. The vision shatters as the soul squirms away from you, curling up in the bottom of the jar. The soul jar pulses with trapped life force.
Store it in my backpack. Somebody else want to talk to one of the other ones?
Talk to Gratianus.
Sure. Before you may have looked opulent once, but no longer. It's covered in grime, paint is chipped, and jewels long stolen.
The soul jar rocks slightly, light flashing from underneath its lid. On its rim, you can just barely make out the name Gratiana. As soon as you touch the jar's cracked surface, you see a vision of splendor, silks, fine food, and decadent lechery. But underneath it all lies bone and blood. The vision shifts. You see burning villages, slaughtered women and children. You see her, purging wand in hand, standing amongst it all. She throws her head back and laughter echoes in your skull. A shadow falls across her, and you see a large, weeping face. She reaches out as if to comfort, but Brackus drags her back. You see her fall into the mire of the swamp, trapped. As you pull your hand away, you can feel a deep, longing sadness in your soul. Is it regret, or just sadness for a life that used to be?
I'm gonna steal it.
Nope. Quest marker thing.
We can.
Oh, I have to
The
stop
terrible
listening.
vision fades.
She used the pain and death of others for her pleasure. She should be damned into...
Gratiana used the pain and death of others for her pleasure. She should be damned until the end of time.
While she lived a selfish life, she seems to have repented. She should be forgiven.
However her life began, it ended well. No one should be damned because of their youth.
Grangar, I don't know if bird logic is real logic, but it's the best we
Okay.
got right now.
He said birds are government drones. They're not real. I'm actually a government drone. Sentient government drone, thank you.
Oh. For some reason...
And since
that-
I'm government, I make bad choices.
There you go.
While she lived
It
a
all makes
selfish
sense
life,
now.
She seems to have repented. She should be forgiven.
There is a little bit of weird behavior with the other companions because it seems like there's only a few responses.
She seems to have repented.
Oh yeah.
And so they kind of repeat each other a little bit.
Oh, I'm gonna pick up this chest armor.
Good find.
The fact it's a tyrant.
Yeah, it's another. And I think we're just missing gloves now.
There's a whole set, right? Like it's gloves and everything.
So I have chest boots and leggings. I think I'm missing gloves.
Helm.
And I don't know if there's a belt for it too.
Yep, there is.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure, like, when I played through it, I didn't complete that set until, like, Chapter 3. Or, like, Act 3 or whatever.
Where you finish Act 1.
Oh, listen in. Beautiful woman stalks into the room, flanked heavily by armed guards, can't make out her words, but see the fear in the dwarf's eyes.
The dwarf mutters a word, and the undead lurch towards the intruder, but are cut down like wheat. The dwarf tries to run, pushing her friends into the woman's path, but is grabbed before she can escape. As she's dragged away to a tower, you hear her cursing Brachus Rex and his whore. Even when she's thrown inside and the door sealed, you can still hear her shouts. You pull your hand away from the jar, your head swimming. You can feel the dwarf's cold terror still twisting in your gut.
Absorb the soul inside.
Oh my.
What's that do?
I think it just gives you a source point.
Oh.
You feel the power deep within the jar, but so does the collar around your neck. It burns, constricts, and almost pulls you away. Defeated, you seal the jar and its source once more. The vision fades.
Condemn
I can
them.
do little but condemn that necromancer's cowardice and greed.
I've rarely seen such cowardice on display.
Being locked in a tower was more kindness than any necromancer deserves.
That's judgmental of necromancers. All right, I have to
rarely
continue
seen
after
such
her.
cowardice on display.
I've rarely seen such cowardice on display.
Awesome. Let's go and talk to this one.
The soul jar stands on its plinth, glowing softly.
Do we have to talk to each other after every soldier?
You can almost hear
Yeah.
the whisper
I guess
of a
so.
voice.
Awesome.
You see, or rather, you feel a far-off land. Frozen breath hangs in the air, pine needles brush your cheeks, and in your arms you can feel a weight. A body, dead. But you have hope. Your vision swims. You're older, but perhaps not wiser. You march at the head of a shambling host, the enemies of Brachus Rex melting before you. The scene twists again. Now Brachus stands before you, a beautiful woman at his side. You lash out in treasonous rage, but cold arms bind you. You're sealed away in a tower. Your screams fill the darkness. You feel a jolt and open your eyes to see the soul jar before you, lying still in the vault. Your hand falls from the jar and grips the pillar as you try to calm your ragged breathing.
Take it.
Lucky find.
Hello, friends. Let's talk
Necromancer's
about this one.
memories fade to black, but the feelings remain.
You're better
We're
off.
better off without vile necromancers like that.
They may have been a necromancer, but they didn't feel evil. Misguided, perhaps.
I think you're
One
misguided.
must wonder how many more lives they took, how much more misery the scum caused.
The memories of a necromancer. What could be more vile?
The memories of a
I do love that they keep repeating.
Rask
The
soldier.
jar on the plinth before you seems ancient, but is in surprisingly good condition. It's covered in pictograms that you can't understand, but you're sure you just saw one of them move.
Creepy.
The pictograms spin to life, and you're dragged into a dream. You see the lizards of the ancient empire turning their backs on you, casting you out into the wilderness.
Rude.
As you roam, the human apes turn away from you, all but one. One smiles, one opens his arms, one says he'll take you home. Brachus Rex. He promises power for a price. He picks off your golden scales, one by one, stripping you down to the bone. He promised you a crown, but all you got was shackles.
Yikes.
You try to fight, try to reclaim what's yours, but a woman takes you by the hand and leads you to a tower. He promised he'd take me home, you cry. You are home, she smiles as she seals the door. This is where you belong. Your hand drops away from the soul jar, your bones tingling. In the back of your mind, you hear a small, scared voice whimper before fading to nothing.
Lucky find.
Spooky.
The long-dead lizard's visions fade.
Disgusting.
Such selfishness. Such unneeded pain. Disgusting.
This is the price of pride and greed. The villain got what he deserved.
What he did shames his people.
This is the price
Game.
of pride and greed.
This is the price of pride and...
All right, did we get them all?
I think so.
I think so.
Great success. Go us.
The deity's head and hands are missing, severed as if by a sword. You can't tell if this was meant to be symbolic somehow, or a mere act of vandalism.
Look it over with
As you
great
take
care.
in its chiseled details, you have a vision. The statue comes to life and embraces you awkwardly with its broken arms. Unable to resist, you're flown away into an endless dark.
It's unnecessary. Oh my.
That shrine seems to have brought me here.
The shrine has brought me to some spooky place.
Oh my.
Hey.
Join you?
Walker, how's it going?
Oh yeah, there we go.
It occurs to me that my camera has not been turned on. Awesome. Yeah, it sounded like you had a whole lot of them. You'll be happy to know, after our conversation the other day, Bird here decided that he was going to tell me that he wanted to buy a Titanicus starter box, and so that's a thing now. 8K points, not bad.
You walk towards the figure on the dais, but wisps of mist start to cloud your vision. With each step, the mist gets thicker, hiding the figure from sight.
Thane. Thane.
I'm pretty excited to play it. We haven't gotten the starter box yet, but bought a couple of other like small boxes for it, so.
You push through the fog, chasing the voice at breakneck speed. You trip and start to fall, but catch yourself against a bookcase?
It's weird.
You look around in shock as the mist clears. You are standing in a library. Your library. You hear a cough behind you and turn to see your assistant, Harina. She hands you a thick book, Observations on the Universal Veil. You look at her in confusion as she explains,
Ready.
You asked me to bring you your research, Master Fane, for your guest. As you walk through the library, Harina expresses her condolences. It is a shame that the king forbade further investigation into the veil. It was a fascinating topic. She leads you to a door, your study, and pushes it open to introduce your visitor. You step through the door
Ooh,
and
God
see
bless.
the Lady Amadia, one
I
of the
am
7
blessed.
lords.
Oh, please, there is no need for ceremony or dusty titles. You may
Party
address me
members,
as
do you get it?
Amadia. I must say, you created quite a stir earlier, dear Fane. The other lords and I were quite impressed with your research. We believe the king's decree that you should not investigate the veil was misguided. We would like to view more of your research. And I see you have already brought me some reading material. Kindly give it here, my boy.
This is a long conversation.
She thanks you with a smile and thumbs through the pages, engrossed by your work.
Since I'm not streaming, I had just a bit.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, quite fascinating. fascinating.
Get a chance to quickly
A
grab
barrier
something.
of pure source. Do you truly think this veil is the key to unlocking a new future?
Yeah, I think we're gonna try out the game just with some night models to learn kind of the basic rules on Monday. It's sort of sounding like, and then unless you have enough to do to field two forces for Adeptus Titanicus, then but otherwise, once we get some of the other models, definitely down for a game. They've been a lot of fun to build.
Yes, so we gathered. We found it strange that the king would refuse you the chance to explore something that could be so beneficial to our people. But perhaps there are still paths we can walk. Perhaps.
There is a crash of timber behind you, and you can feel hands grabbing you. You are dragged backwards as Amadia screams. The screams fade to nothing, as does the scene before you. You're standing on the cold, glowing stones once more, with Lady Amadia before you.
So you basically have one of the starter boxes, it sounds like.
Fane, darling Fane. I had to know. I had to be sure. If you were not who you claimed, it could have been a disaster. Who? Anyone, my child. Anyone could be a threat. No one in this world has escaped the madness unleashed by the king. We know why the king forbade your research. He already knew about the Veil, Fane. He was draining its power, leeching from it to build up his own.
Still in your conversation?
When
Yeah.
we confronted him about his betrayal, he used his power to try and subdue us.
Trying not to
To
skip
turn us
the
to
actual like
slaves.
story stuff. If anyone cares to actually see it, so
Yeah, no, that's fair.
He wasn't satisfied with our fealty. He wanted total control. His madness for power knew no limits. We fought, of course. The king scorched our land, but by uniting, we overcame his evil.
yeah, nice man. That's a pretty good set of models. I'm definitely looking at if or rather when I inevitably enjoy the game, grabbing one of those Titan precepts or whatever, the $220 thing off the Games Workshop website that has 2 Warhounds, a Warbringer, Warmaster.
He was banished beyond the veil he had tried to subvert, but our victory was hollow. Our people, oh my child.
But we've also got some sister releases coming up inevitably. So, I don't know. Gotta prioritize a little bit.
They were erased, destroyed utterly. We 7 were all that remained.
Yeah, I'm really stoked for them. I quite like some of the models that they've got coming out, but their new kits have definitely not been cheap. I really want one of the Psy Titans from Forge World, but you know, that's a long ways away if it ever happens.
Excellent. It may well be within your grasp. For centuries, the king has been searching for a way back into our world. And beyond the veil, he found the force that could help him do it. The Void. The moment we discovered the Void, we understood the veil was created to hold it at bay by powers even more ancient than us. But thanks to the king, that evil has been seeping through the cracks. We have contained both ever since. But now, alas, they are winning.
Yeah, I agree. I understand the people making fun of the new war suits for them because they are kind of silly in some respects, but kind of like the Invictors, I still really enjoy them.
I fear we are no longer united. I fear, well...
Amadia turns and gestures to the scene behind her. Down below, you can see the 6 other gods fighting, clawing at each other, everyone desperately trying to get the upper hand.
Yeah, they're pretty great. And I find that a lot of their releases look sort of flat in the photos, like the preview images they take. And then when you actually see them on the table, they're fantastic.
Over the centuries, the drip of void into this world corrupted the others while they played with their mortal races. I fear it is too late for them. For us. But you, Fane, you have been untouched by it all. The world needs a power to protect it, and you are the key. Of course, my child. All you did was to seek knowledge. The true crime was your punishment.
Absolutely.
And you will have justice. But first you must return to the world and escape that island. But you will return more powerful. As your first step towards righting the wrongs of this world. I grant you my blessing and give you the ability to bless in turn.
Amadia stretches her hand out, and you feel a warm glow spread through your bones. You feel a sensation that you have not felt in a very, very long time.
You may have noticed I have tried to help you on your journey. That I can bless the very water beneath your feet. Now you have that power for yourself. And this is only the beginning. More and greater powers await you, if only you will seek them. And seek them you must. But before you begin, a word of warning. I gather that you travel with a pack of these lesser creatures.
I travel with lesser creatures. Should I be growing tired of them, or lie and say I travel alone?
Your wisdom once again shines through.
I'm probably growing tired of them.
These creatures can be more dangerous than they seem.
Hashtag blessed, indeed.
They are God-woken, the chosen champions of the other 6 gods. They will walk the same path as you, but they cannot be allowed to reach its end. You must be the one. Only one can wield the power to stop the king. Only you, Fane.
She lays her hand on your skull, and you see it clearly. The others, the gods,
Makes sense to
Amadia,
me.
And you. You are her chosen. You are her God-woken.
So go forth into the world with my blessing, dear one. Heed my words and go.
Have you been able to get any games in, Walker? Oh, we get to chat with Quirkus now, too.
Blessed branches, we've returned. Every second we spent in that hellish place was a second the great acorn drew closer. Interesting. You thought it was interesting, Quirkus? Do you know what's interesting? Watching an entire world be strangled by the roots of doom. Seeing the giant races fall like leaves in frost. Hearing the screams. I don't know what you're talking about. I am perfectly calm. Anyway, as interesting as that cold hellscape might have been, it does not solve our problem. We are here to stop the great acorn, not hide from it.
Saving the world's no small task. How can we help?
It's already helping more than it knows, Quirkus. The fate of the world depends on our ability to research a spell to protect Rivellon. We need to travel across the land, gathering clues, experimenting with different magics, and come up with a spell to shield Rivellon from its doom. Of course, for us to do that, we must avoid being eaten by the servants of the Great Acorn. And that is where our big, foolhardy shield comes in.
Excellent. I have enough to worry about.
Grand not! It's the Great Acorn! Quackus! Quackus! Savage the wretched giant for its blasphemy! No! I am not going to share our magic with it. I don't care how much you like it, Quercus. The squirrel reaches out, touching your foot with a delicate paw, and you feel your mind open. You can see the forces of magic and see how to combine them in a new way. There, maybe now your pet will have a fighting chance. Yes, yes, you're welcome, but can we please get on and save the world now?
Would you play against? And would you play? Get the joy of fighting Drukari yet?
I got a skill book.
Sweet.
Ooh.
Did we destroy Tromptoy's? No, it's in a different place, isn't it?
I thought we did destroy it.
Oh, maybe.
And we got a the purging wand.
Oh, okay. So that means we could carry on and just move on with the main quest, but there's a whole lot to do.
Yeah, there's still a decent amount to do here, I believe. Is the Drukari in P right now?
They have a couple of things that are really overtuned, and the erratas for them haven't come out as quickly as
okay.
they probably should have. I think the book, like, it's powerful without them, but I think, like, it's reasonable without them. The new AdMech stuff also seems kind of nuts, and, like, where they're, like, either missed adding keywords or just, like, written some abilities that are just kind of crazy. So it maybe seems like it could be a trend.
Just make...
Yeah. Yeah, like Walker's saying, the army is cost effective. It does... All of their stuff is priced well. And you can build multiple different builds that are all good. I just don't think the army is broken if they get rid of a couple of, like, really specific cases.
Look up here.
Are you still in the thing? Hold on.
I got somehow teleported.
Separated from me, so
Realized Fan was out too.
yeah. Yeah. And then, so there's a couple of things, like there's a succubus that you can stack up that ends up getting, I think the upward potential is like 44 attacks in a turn that are all damaged too, and good AP and whatever, which is, I think, not an intended interaction. And then there's a custom trait that you can give to some of your models that gives their flamethrowers +1 to wound, but normally on a hit roll of a 1, it causes mortal wounds to them. But because flamethrowers don't have to roll to hit, they just ignore it. So it's all it's +1 to wound and damage. So like they do crazy amounts of damage and wound better. And so the current build seems to be to super focus on some of those things. But like even if you take those away, they'll still be a very strong book. Okay. We've got to figure out which way to go.
It looks like Bird's over at the maze, so why don't we go there?
Oh yes, let's do that.
Oh no, my guy went through the wall. Okay, there we go. I managed to get him fixed.
I'm kind of hoping that by July we're open enough that they can open a few more spots for that tournament, because I would love to go and play in the Highlander. Just as it stands, they were full up completely.
I'm in a chat with the gatehouse.
Oh, let me listen in. Stone gargoyle, transglistening agate eyes upon you. Jaws creak open, raining dust as it begins to speak. Oh, I didn't hear it speak. Ah. You are not Brachus Wreck. Gotcha.
Ring that,
Welcome home, master.
Neato.
Well, that was easy. So I'm at the exit of the maze now.
Easy peasy.
Well, maybe I'll just hang out while you guys do see it.
Well, that's special.
That's funny.
So funny because a fan teleported with me.
Yeah, I saw that.
Locked tight. Surely there's another.
Are you just back where the other crypt is? Crimson?
Yeah, I'm at the door to the tower of Brachus Rex.
Oh. Oh, well, that's not good. Don't do that. I'm trying to remember. I feel like there was another way up there, but maybe not.
Honestly, I forget the maze.
Yeah. Just can't remember. You have the teleporter, right?
I was
So come over here. I can't remember how to ping.
Come down?
Because if we can hop across the water here, then there's a pathway up to where he is.
Okay.
If you want to teleport everyone over and then pass me the
and
ring,
then I'll pass it off to you.
Yeah.
Just gotta wait for it to recharge.
Drop something and I need to look for it. BRB. Just let me know.
Reflected the damage.
Oh.
To Thane. Thane, you have gloves.
Okay. And let's send those back to you. You're the Red Prince. Would be nice if they opened up fully at the moment. Oh, okay. I thought it had been moved to July, not June. Honestly, once we get back up and running, I might see about running some small events myself. Now that I actually have my weekends free. Sorry?
Don't forget to reattach your characters.
Oh, yes. Now that I have my weekends free consistently, I can actually, like, think about doing some of that event planning again. And when we were doing Malifaux, we used to have like a small tournament every month or so.
I stepped away for a second. Are you guys still in the maze?
We're just...
Okay.
We're trying to cheese it and climb up the back.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, I'm still at the door, waiting for you guys. I'll be back in a second, though.
Yeah, that was the plan, right? I was, for 2020, I was actually linked up to a couple of tournaments in the US. I had plane tickets and everything for BAO, and then COVID happened, and well, we know how that went. That's pretty much the same, except for a couple of like tabletop sim games from our attempts at streaming. And then I've been able to get a few outdoor ones in here and there, but...
Up at the tower.
Awesome. I can't actually see, but I'm like talking to the dude. Are you guys in that?
Oh, no, I'll join that conversation.
Okay, I haven't said anything to him yet.
Inmates have long awaited for your return, Highness.
Welcome back.
Alright.
Oh, that's it. Huh.
Might be a good time to save it.
Yeah,
These people.
I would really like them to do some more, but we'll see what the restrictions say at that point. Otherwise, yeah, it's something I've been thinking of, especially like with Eastridge having a play space for that you could fit probably like 10 people in or so. Once we're allowed to go to capacity. Just doing some stuff like that there. Smaller events just to have them happening. And then kind of thinking 2022 is maybe the year to start doing some tournaments, but I'll also have a child, so who knows.
As you enter the room, you see three skeletons sitting around a table.
Child is the
cards in
prize.
hand. They creak and turn to stare at you.
Another cadaver?
Clearly we were not the only ones to suffer Brachus's wrath.
The more your skull cracks, the less sense you make, Rask. Use your sight. He's drenched in sauce.
I am sporting a face with more gems than you've mites. Brachus would see us made emperors before he locks away a prize like that. You a jailer then, darling? Here to keep an eye socket on these old bones?
Falter on seeing the undead. They look like they've been locked in here for centuries.
Sounds about right. It's more than a moon cycle, and just shy of an eon, for sure. But I ain't been keeping track.
The human undead leans in, studying you suspiciously.
You're not one of Brachus's brood. You're not Gratiana's pet. Then why do you disturb us?
I'll play to lose, then bird.
The creature yearns for our secrets.
I play for the lulz
Word would spread of our genius.
and the ridiculousness.
Even after the maggots
Hermes.
took your tongue, you still talk too much. Silence your jaw.
Curious lizard.
Pretend you have never heard of the progeny of Rask, of the devilish weapons I crafted for Brachus Rex when I called him Lord. You see, even the gibbering humans have heard of me. They know that no other weapon could stand against mine.
It annoys me how Fane's like this eternal or whatever, and they just treat him like a human.
Oh, truly, Rask, your brilliance knows no bounds. Perhaps this century your genius mind will come up with a way to escape.
By my scales, Tamsin, must you go on? By my scales, Tamsin, must you go on? Brachus locked my inventions away with your toys. Had I but one of my creations, we should be free of this place.
I'm gonna leave.
The undead turn as one to stare at you, their empty eyes drinking you in.
It's a fine thing for you to take an interest, but you won't need that information.
We have spent centuries trying to escape this tower, but our power was too weak. There was no hope of freedom.
At least until your gorgeous self opened the door. Now we just need the source from your pretty little corpse, and then we're free.
Treacherous necromancers.
Was that me or did someone pick the fight?
I got stuck up in a fight here.
Oh, okay.
Tamsin, Rask, and Gwick.
I don't want that to be the
No physical armor, so there should be.
If you have one of their soul jars, you can just drop it and smash it, and it kills them instantly.
Sweet.
Rask.
Yeah. You know, I don't think it's going to be too hard to do with the child. There's just going to certainly be a bit of time where... Yeah, some changes and a bit of time where I'm not going to maybe be as freed up as usual, but the wife's pretty supportive of the hobby and all of that, and is also into going and doing some traveling to fun places so I can go play in tournaments.
That'll work out okay.
My eternal fate, young one. Oh, timely death. Oh, beautiful. Thank you. My death waits.
Someone has the Rask one.
I don't have that one. Or sorry, I don't have the. Yeah, the Rask one's on the ground rather. It's right by Fane.
Okay.
Yeah. I think the one thing is that this year, as 2020 was, is also a write off in terms of traveling for tournaments, because I mean nothing's going to be open by August, and then once August rolls around, I'm not going to be traveling too far.
Hey, did one of us have the collar off?
I do.
Do you have holy?
Sorry?
You have holy?
Do you mean bless?
Oh, bless. Pardon me.
Yeah,
You want to
no, I
bless
do.
Beast? See if it gets rid of the curse?
Sure.
Bloody ring, it's loose.
Oh, there we go.
Get off me.
So, probably no LVO in 2022 for me, but maybe the next year will work out. Kind of starting some talks about trying to make it to the Vegas team tournament, though. I'm really hoping so. At least, like, I should be able to attend local tournaments pretty easily. We'll see. There's a lot of assumptions I'm making about life right now. That might very rapidly change. Yeah, wasn't there a commitment to doing the Stampede this year because we're super good at making sure everyone's safe and healthy?
Oh, speaking of that, I ran across a two news articles which were fantastic as far as hang on, let me pull that up. I can read it out. Yeah. Okay. So on my phone for the news thing, it's like Calgary Stampede ready to ride under Alberta's COVID-19 restrictions. Right below that, Calgary again renews state of local emergency.
Yep. That sounds about right.
If we're doing that, maybe no Stampede. Let's use our common sense.
Yeah. There's no common sense here, is there?
No. No, like even the restrictions are goofy on how they have I think he needs fire. But I'll use that instead.
I was about to complain that that zombie had a lot of health, but your turn proved otherwise.
My turn?
Not watching the Red Prince beat it up.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's got a couple hit points, but I think we'll be okay.
Fairly confident. Oh, okay. I'll just throw that into the back of my buddies.
stood in the back, so now I don't think Sabine can get backstabs. Thanks a lot, Rosa. The one thing Sabine does. That's okay.
What happened?
Amazing. Amazing. Oh, I just cursed myself. I forgot that chest curses you. Don't try and open it, by the way.
Okay.
I can't remember where, like, what you have to do to get it open.
K for skills. In chest, I don't know.
No, I don't think you bless it.
Try it.
Well, I had to cure myself of the curse, so I don't have any source left.
I think there was a source pool entrance.
You not just rest and get it back, or I forget.
No. Oh yeah, apparently. That's weird. I thought it was another mod that you had to add. Oh, that worked. The Devourer.
It's a cold to the touch. A prickle flickers of memory fill your mind. You
That sounds like me right now. I'm just ravenous with hunger.
Wrinkles your nose. Fresh ink stains your
I don't know why.
The memory vanishes, burned away by heat. Ash falls from the sky as a growling whisper addresses you.
I see you. And inside you is the strength I've been looking for.
Try to dispel the vision.
Fight against an honest gift. A glorious reward awaits if you follow my guidance. You must find that place of longing in the home of a young scholar. I will draw.
As the heat around you fades, the desperate memory returns.
Did everything go red? Or am I crazy?
No, it did, because
Okay.
I was talking to the Devourer who has a set that we just collected the first piece of. But you don't get the whole thing until, like, the end of the game, so it's kind of annoying. Walker, if you're still around, do you have an army that you're gonna focus in on? Like, are you going hard for the custodes, or just gonna mix it up?
Careful.
Oh.
I saw that. That was fabulous.
Well done, I suppose.
It's on the way through, guys.
Did you, though?
We did.
Hey, you did.
Well, you're alive again.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Refined.
They seem like a really neat army. Who has high strength?
Dwarf does.
What do you need?
Oh, I just sent you some paintings so that I don't have to carry them around.
Oh, cool.
Let's have a crumbling skull. The crumbling? Of an ancient
Oh, it's for
skull.
the maze. Oh, okay. So this well here is kind of interesting. I don't necessarily recommend that we bother with it, but if we're level 9 and we go here and I'll give it the maximum amount of gold, like it'll give you a legendary item.
Oh,
According
cool.
to their level 9 legendary items. So there's like, you can wait until the end of the area.
Well, and stare down into its thirst.
You can wait till the end of the area, but I don't know if it's really necessary for us to do it. But if everyone talks to it, then you can.
The well is now filled to the brim with fresh, cool water, but what it has brought to the surface quickly evaporates any wish you may. You see the tangled remains of 3 corpses, a mixed mass of bones and skin, from which 3 skulls protrude. They address you in unison, their voices a drone-like blend.
Do you have all the Forge World options for the Custodes too?
We thank you for the water. We bless you for the water. We thank you for the end of torment. The king, Brachus Rex, the madman with the crown.
Wonder why Brachus would push them.
We displeased the king. The truth we spoke. His fortune told. No divinity would he be. And souls entangled our bodies and cursed our throats. Smoked the brothers of Baladur. We thank you for the water. We bless you for the water. We ask you for a fair. The fair, the toll, the levy. The people of Baladur must be buried with coin. Coin for the pathkeeper that leads the dead to the kingdom beyond. Spare us coin. Grant us coin. The more you pay, the further the pathkeeper takes us.
Pay your fare.
Savior, we thank you again. We bless you again, Pathkeeper.
Laden with the burden of the coin you gave them, the brothers of Baladur sink back to the bottom of the well. Whether they will find their kingdom or languish in the dark, wet depths forever, you cannot foretell.
Cool. So each one of us can go through and do that, and actually, it's kind of crazy because you can actually give Fane's like face changer mask to everyone, and then each species that you change to actually lets you do it again.
That is crazy.
So we can each grab an item here, and then maybe off stream at some point when we're ready to leave this area, we can go and load up on some items.
Cool.
Because
So,
Act 2 is
fair now.
Yeah, you can pay their fare now because each character can get like 5 items from them or something. And that'll give us a little fun magic item each.
Some sort of ring. Equip. Cool. Get something?
Any custodes lists, except flyers and transports. Oh wow, that is a lot. 3 Caladius, 3 Telamon, and Achilles, equivalent. Yeah, wow. I hear that Telamon are real strong right now too. Especially with the Drukhari, because the one thing they don't deal well with is tough vehicles. At least in their current meta lists. Yeah, I think it will give all of us a belt. But...
I got rings.
Oh, nice. When you are done, you can come over here, and there's a button here we've got to put a box on. Oh, never mind. I can do it. Oh, never mind.
If you were my dad, the belt would be super effective.
Yikes.
I'm a bad mom.
Challenge has one hilariously durable ability to time rerolls is ridiculous on. Yeah, man, I've been playing my Death Guard a bit here, and it is crazy how tough some of those abilities make you feel. Can only imagine it on a T8 Dreadnought thing. That's sweet though. It's nice that vehicles like Dreadnoughts and stuff are cool right now. And the Telemons just look so good. They're one of the models that like have made me want Custodes.
Overburdened me.
Oh,
It was a
well,
what?
have fun with that.
I'm gonna send some to Beast.
I heard something. Something seemed to move into place.
Do any of us have Lore Master?
I think. Is that under 1? What's up?
Oh, I just have a couple of items, but they're unidentified. Do any of you remember how to get this door, this like magic shield down? Oh, never mind. I think I remember.
Around the glowing relic
I picked up the key in case it needs one.
Towards it, you start to hear as your fingertips brush the surface, the whispers turn to scream. Your fingers burn with cold as you pull them away, and you can feel a darkness twisting in your gut. The hum of the relic grows louder, and bright light starts to spill from its runes. Cracks start to spread across the surface, and it shatters like glass.
There we go.
Won't budge.
Can't remember. Something horrible happens in here, doesn't it?
Likely a fight. For a bit.
We don't have a Lore Master 2 on anyone, hey?
Oh, hang on. Points I don't know he's using. Boop. Now we have a Lore Master 2. What do you need?
Let's see if I can just identify. Okay. Yeah, Red Prince does?
Yeah.
Just gonna send you a bunch of items to ID.
Now they're all. Alright. Claw. Plus
here's
5% poison resistance. Plus 2 scoundrel. Plus 1 necromancer. The gloves are vice grips. 10 magic. 15% water resistance. 10 earth resistance. 14 HP.
Okay.
Enchanted leg armor. 26 physical. 6 magic. 1 constitution. 2 wits. 10%. The chest is bronze cuirass. 34 physical. 8 magic. 1 intelligence. 1 pyro. And the staff is Gaze of Doom, 16 to 19 poison, 1 intelligence, 14 critical, and 7% dodging. Oh, you gave me a dagger here. Let's have a look see at this guy. Toothpick. 12 to 13 physical, 150% crit, 3 initiative, can backstabbing when you attack from behind your target.
Okay. Daggers, wits, and scoundrel stuff can go to Sabine. You have Aerothurge. That's your...
Yeah, I don't have any spells for it yet, but...
you won't be able to use this one yet, but here you go. I found you a spell.
Aerothurge 3?
Pest is a
No, I
direct
can use
upgrade
it.
for me, or I can go to Beast, or I can give Beast my old one.
Oh, and Supernova. I assume the plate should go to, or the heavier armor for Los or Beast. I'll toss it at Los first.
Yeah. Any of the, like I said, any of the scoundrel or wit stuff can go to Sabine. Yeah, I mean, the one team tournament I've done was a really good time, and definitely like that. I think better as a format than singles, for what it has to offer. But not that singles aren't fun.
I've sent my hand-me-downs to Beast.
I'll keep you updated with what's going on, but it sounds like Vegas 2022 might be a thing, and everyone's committed to a yellow army.
Yellow
because we
jackets.
definitely aren't going to win, so...
I mean, you have me on your team. It's never going to happen.
And like, if you could roll higher than a 2 in any game, then...
I only...
You cut out there, I think. And have continued to be cut out, maybe?
Anything but a roll the double 6.
Yeah.
Oh, that Tim won't budge.
It's too heavy.
Well, Los is strong, isn't she?
Yes, but if you're making me carry stuff.
No,
Ever
to
can
open
you,
the tombs, man. The tombs are too heavy for us.
Yank. Okay, I found the tire. And that one's empty.
That's what you get, poison.
Gold is yellow. You are not wrong.
Okay, I'm giving Beast another painting. I'm encumbered again.
I'll have Royce roll the dice from That'll work out much better.
Yikes. I once had Michelle roll dice for me in a game versus another Tom, and all she rolled was like fives and sixes for like the 2 turns that she was doing it. He was not very happy.
Hacks.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy.
I think so.
Alrighty. How does one get out of the tower? Oh, there we go.
Through the back front door. We could do this whole maze because there is some like items in the portals, but I don't know if it's actually worth bothering with. It's a big friggin' hassle. And this isn't the burning one. Oh, it is the burning one. Man, that fight was so hard.
Yeah. I just figured how to do the damn...
But I guess everyone's here to watch us die over and over again, aren't they?
These skulls crumble to... Careful now, that's a trap.
Ooh.
Careful now, that's a trap.
Take
oh, God. What have we done?
End of sort. Let's send that over to...
We just need one more skull.
Nice, thank you.
And I sent you a pair of pants if you want to see if they're any good.
Okay.
Ah, then shooting down the beast, you should be able to put them on.
Oh, I just put them on. Need them.
Oh, did I opt to just stand directly where I did?
Oh, there's a skull there. Perfect.
Look out! I see a trap nearby.
Oh, this is so much harder when you have to explain it to everybody. Okay, I should be able to get this door open.
Oh no.
Hey, get through the gate, man.
I'm trying to if Anne wasn't going with me.
Another skull crumbled to bits.
Alright, ready to die?
Mm-hmm.
Can you teleport the historian back, like, somewhere over where we are? Like, out of line of sight of the door, though. Like...
Where?
Just somewhere where he's not going to be seen, because they like to shoot him, and then if they kill him, then we don't. Yeah. It didn't trigger the fight. Usually it does.
Historian's hot.
Oh. I might have been too far away with Sabine. Or with blood. Yeah, this maze is super explodey. It's less about like finding your path and more about not getting fireballed while you're doing it. Trying to remember how to do this.
Yeah. I can cast rain, just give me a second.
I don't think it has anything to do with rain. You have to like bleed on him and then do something else, but I can't remember what the sequence is.
What if you blood then bless it?
I'm just gonna.
I think you have to bleed on him to get rid of the hellfire, and then rain will make it go away.
I'll use supernova on him.
Put him in a pool of blood. Okay. So he's just in a bad spot because I can't actually get blood on him there.
Okay.
If you teleport him into the blood down by the button... Oh, never mind. You might actually have to teleport him into it anyways.
Into the blood itself, sure. You'll have to move Sabine.
Yeah, hang on. I need to rest first before you do it, because it's gotta be fast. Oh. Well, never mind.
Oh, sorry.
It's left me weak.
Oh, there we go.
Won't last long.
That worked.
You released me, elf.
Okay.
Long have I waited for this moment.
Don't like seeing helpless suffer.
You're in the wrong place, then, I fear. This island's a cauldron of suffering, right through to the roots in the ground. You know of Brachus Rex, I assume?
Yes.
The figure nods grimly.
He did terrible things while trying to master Source, bend it to his will. I had a part in this, I must admit. Perhaps I deserve the flames.
Probably. Was he a necromancer?
No, I was a scholar, a librarian. Brachus sought the secrets of the Source, but he had no patience for sifting through ancient scrolls and tablets. I unearthed knowledge of a great power within those texts. A great and terrible power. One that Brachus coveted above all.
Wouldn't mind seeing them.
The figure's ruined flesh curls into a scowl.
Long destroyed, surely. Brachus wanted no one to have that knowledge. He fed me to the flames so I'd keep my secret. He'd have no qualms about burning a few scrolls.
What did he discover?
The figure slowly shakes his head.
I will not say. I spoke of it once and was damned to eternal hellfire for it. Were I to speak of it again, I could damn the whole world.
Been a long time. And it's hurt to say what he thought.
Brachus must have
Sought.
failed. Had he not, the world as you know it would be gone. What I learned of could still be out there. I will not speak of it. I won't risk having another Brachus
This
discover
guy's useless. I could force him.
How? Through violence? Oh, I've already suffered more than any would think possible. There is nothing more that you can do to me. My secret leaves this world with me.
It's rude. Fine,
Good.
goodbye.
Were I to say any more, I'd only put you in danger. Leave this awful place. Go live your life. Forget about all this. It's best left buried.
It's some nice
And stranger,
background explosions.
Good soothing background noise.
freeing
Yeah.
me. I had doubted this moment would ever come.
Well, that was useless. Why did we free him if he's not going to tell us anything? Who cares about you? Oh, hello, fight.
It's here.
We did it. We found it. It's so annoying that they're all on fire, too. Because now everyone has to go jump up into the fire. Yeah, it's like crackling explosions of fireballs against old ruins. The most soothing of sounds.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Reminds me of, I don't know if you guys ever saw it. It was Scream Queens. Sort of a goofy horror show. It had, the girl queen. Anyway, and she's bunking down with one of the other teachers. He's like, oh, I hope you don't mind me listening to my ambience to sleep. Not at all. And it's like the horror sounds. It's like boop, 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 boop. Like it's just people screaming in the background.
Amazing. I've not seen that, but
It was my guilty pleasure. It was a goofy show.
what's the other one? I feel like it was Community or something along those lines, where it was like also just absurd, like ambient sounds for somebody's like soothing sleep stuff. Scream Queens. It was a show or a movie?
It was a show. I'll show the link up in Messenger here. Oh, you've watched it, Walker?
Is it on the streaming services?
You might find it on Netflix. I think it was on there for a while. It has one of the Emma Roberts I have like a super crush on.
Fair enough. I have no idea who that is. Okay. The one of these shows doesn't sound like it fits with the others, but I guess that makes sense. Scream Queens being kind of the middle ground between them.
Oh, jeez. That was a group of...
Okay. Maybe I'll have to see if mine is interested in something like that. Find it. Okay, it actually looks like it's on Netflix right now. Just two,
I think it was just
two
two seasons.
Emma
Yeah,
Roberts.
just 2 seasons.
Oh, it's that. Yeah, I have no idea. She's the We're the Millers. Oh, she's the kid from that. I don't recognize any of her other shows. Sorry, stop looking at Netflix now. Killing bad guys. Is it like? I mean, obviously it's themed off of horror. Is it actually like horror elements?
So
Like
it
creepy, spooky, scary at all?
I wouldn't say great, but it's your typical slasher kind of thing. So it fits like Halloween, except it's just a slasher sort of thing. So some guy with a
I
knife.
see. I see. I see. Okay. Have a good night, man.
Yeah,
Thanks
have a good night.
for hanging out. Hopefully, you get the rest of those vampires put together soon.
Yeah, it plays broke.
Okay. Yeah, check it out. She's uh, not generally too keen on anything like scary or gory, but handled like, the Game of Thrones sort of level of stuff. All right, so
Oh, this isn't at all that bad. Or on that level, I guess.
yeah. But she won't watch like Stranger Things or
Oh.
what's the other show? The Netflix, the Sabrina one.
Ugh, that was just bad, though. You're not missing anything. Missing
All right.
anything in that.
I'll admit I didn't actually mind it that much. It
You
wasn't
watched it?
like
How far did you get into it?
I think I watched everything that they did with it.
Oh,
It wasn't. I mean, to be fair, like if I'm painting or doing like airbrushing or
oh yeah.
sometimes even just gaming, I'll like throw on a show and it'll just run for hours, and then it's like, okay, well, I rarely ever watch a TV show, and like actually watch it.
Okay, you're not totally.
No, I can't sit down and watch TV. That doesn't work
That's
for
fair.
me. I need to always be doing something else. So,
The Order was pretty good. That's
The
what
Order.
I'm thinking of. Werewolves and
okay. I am also unfamiliar, but
it also has the teen aspect to it.
right.
Angsty teen love,
Yeah.
of course.
Sabiel's up already. Can't backstab this guy. He got smart. Uh-oh. Everything's falling
There
apart.
we go. It's bound to happen.
Yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of TV shows that I end up watching most of or all of because they're just on so passively, and it's like it's good enough in the background that you know.
Yeah, I tend to do that with a bunch of shows too, if I'm painting or whatever.
On the flip side, and I don't have any of the names as examples, there are some shows that I can't even make it through putting on in that sort of setting though. Where it's just like, nope, this isn't even good noise in the background.
Well, that was almost beautiful. Brilliant.
You sorry?
I was trying to clear the fire so I could walk through it, but I smashed the oil barrel, which made the fire spread. But I knocked the marksman down, so there's that at least.
That's good to know that your wife was all right with it as a horror hater.
Well, that's 3 people. All the NPCs are down, or the side characters.
Oh my. Do I don't have any red scrolls, so
I've got one.
Sabine has one. I can take it.
Is this the end of our valiant heroes?
No, we're fine.
Was it the expansion? It was Baldur's Gate 2, the expansion. You run across party on one of the quests, and they hire you to do something for them because it's just too tough for them. So you run off, kill whatever it was they couldn't beat, and get the treasure.
Yeah.
And then it shows them talking amongst themselves, having the conversations like we do about should we kill this and
Yeah, I remember that one. Oh, what?
uh-oh. He ends up
Well.
attacking the party. You wipe him out, and it like quick loads this game.
Yep. I remember that one. It's, the Baldur's Gate games were so good.
Yeah, it's just such good stuff in them.
You know, out of all the games that like they're doing remasters and remakes of, I wish they would update that to a new engine.
Well, they did the enhanced edition.
No, but I mean, have it look like this or better. But I'm sure if like Baldur's Gate 3 has modding capabilities, then we'll see some sort of project come up.
The Fallout games.
Yeah.
Before remaking 1 and stuff.
I do feel like it's a style of game that just can't really exist these days with like what the production values and stuff are for most video games. And the expectations of people.
The humor in it as well. So like with Fallout, the stuff and what happened in some of it, I don't think you could get away with it.
It's hard to say, like, I mean, there's a lot of people that like to protest entertainment for that sort of stuff, but there's also still a lot of entertainment out there that's pretty, what would you say, like off color?
Oh, for sure, absolutely.
But certainly there's some themes in there that would make people pretty unhappy in this day and age.
Yeah. Because I remember in Fallout 2, some kid stole off me, so I shot him, but everywhere.
Yeah. You're not allowed to kill children in video games anymore, which is probably fine.
So they take stuff like that out, which understandable.
Yeah.
But also...
Oh, Fane died too. Holy crap. Phil, you might get your party wipe after all.
It looks faded.
I think with like how mass market like most entertainment is now too, and like global market, they have to dance around like laws for so many places.
Yeah.
If they want to sell there, and like China's got its own, and Germany has its, and apparently what was it? I was looking at the game Miitopia on the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
Which was just out of curiosity, because I guess it's a port that we released, and I saw an advertisement for it, and apparently it's rated, so like the Nintendo Mii's or whatever, right?
Yeah.
This game, it's just them and doing like basic turn-based RPG stuff in a like very Nintendo family-friendly sort of way. But because you can develop a pseudo-romantic relationship with a same-sex character, they're not allowed to marry in the game, but because whatever reasons.
Different countries don't like it.
Right. So in Russia, this game is actually rated 18 plus because of it. Because they actually have a law that says anything depicting homosexuality is automatically adult rated because they don't. It's the like information for protecting like traditional household values law.
Okay.
And so like any media that has that is automatically an M-rated thing. And
Poison.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot a poison thing, not on the fire.
Why? Poison heals undead and spreads fire, which they are also healed by.
Yeah, I was aiming like towards the doorway, but it's not a right now thing.
What? But why would you do that?
So that you can heal?
That I can. There's poison up on the stairs. I just go stand up there.
Alrighty.
Get back! Brackus Rex has decreed none of you may approach him!
And like this is crazy, right? Like we're playing with two extra characters than the game is designed for. And these guys are tearing us apart.
I wonder if I can teleport the spider into a cage.
I feel like focusing on the buddy that summoned him is probably more useful.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, but it might tear us up from behind.
Hey, this is supposed to be a PG-13.
Suck it, spider.
I guess to all that point is that like it's probably got to be pretty tough to be a developer with a artistic vision working in a like multinational corporation or trying to deliver a product to a multinational audience. Okay, Sabine gonna take care of this guy.
Oh, bye, Sabine.
She tried so hard.
And got so far.
But in the end...
Water.
I feel like we're just being left hanging here.
Glory is mine.
That's actually pretty funny that you were able to put the spider back there.
Angrily hissing at us.
Yeah, you guys are all in really terrible spots. All of my stuff is AoE.
Oh dear.
Okay, well, let's take that res scroll from Seville since we know she has one. And Fane can stand up here. Oh, Sabila gets to go.
Hooray!
I don't understand why they
that's
killed
Lord.
Beast as well. That seems unfair. Hilarious.
I got a res scroll. I can get you up, Crimson.
Sabile's just over here eating people parts.
I'm sort of hoping the guy falls through for the Overlord set, so I can get the starting box of the Overlord and 3 people.
Which one is that, sorry? Oh, hey, Archon, how's it going?
Crimson, where do you want to be?
I think over by
We
Sabile's
are-
like marksman.
Okay.
We are getting our asses kicked by a bunch of burning skeletons is what's going on.
Thank God that didn't throw you in the fire.
How are you doing tonight? We really need to find somewhere to buy some more res scrolls.
Yeah.
You can buy them in the. I think after the boat.
Just still at 1 out of 20? I see that you you chose a new username here. If I am guessing correctly. Oh, there's a spooky skeleton right there. Can't backstab it. Let's eat some more people. Spales just gained a whole bunch of skills.
For meeting people?
Yeah. Yeah, the elves, when you eat people parts, like, you sometimes learn like new skills and stuff. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense to change it up. I certainly was confused for a moment. And also really excited that we had somebody new, but also it's pretty sweet that you could join us. Yeah, so Phil, elves in the divinity setting they're not cannibals, but they have an ability to gain memories when they taste flesh. So like when you first meet Sabine, she like apparently licks your skin or something like that and can like tell kind of who you are. And then and then later you find bits of people, and if she eats their flesh, she can relive their memories and sometimes gain some of their skills. So elves are real creepy in this this setting.
I mean, there were people who thought about that in real life too, thinking that if you ate the brains or heart of your fallen enemies.
Yeah, but it's a lot easier to pretend that people aren't that messed up. You know what I mean?
I'm honestly, I've given up on the human race. I expect them to
be that messed up.
Oh yeah.
No, I gotcha. Yeah.
Considering some of what some of the serial killers have done. Yeah, oh yeah.
Yep. Oh, come on.
Hey, that's not very nice.
What? Set everything on fire over here. Missed that. Yeah, this game is definitely an M-rated game. But you know, they're an indie dev, so, or at least were. I'm not sure if they still are. So they had a little bit more freedom to kind of do whatever they wanted. Didn't have a corporation to answer to. Or rather, a large parent corporation to answer to.
For them.
So are you still expecting to get your 20 snake ladies done tonight? That
There's
seems like a
very
pretty lofty goal at this point.
snaking suspicion it won't happen.
A snaking suspicion. That was a bit of a stretch. I can't give you that one.
I'm still pleased with myself.
You can just see yourself out. I think.
Yeah. Usually like I'm trying to learn the dad joke humor here, but that one unfortunately it just doesn't
Speaking
work.
of bad
Can't
dad
move
jokes, I matched with a girl on some dating app like a year ago, and she's like, "I'm new in town." Like, "Hi, new in town. I'm dead."
Oh, you went with that, hey?
Yeah.
Her response, Dad?
He actually responded. We did talk for a bit, but nothing
Oh, yeah.
came of it.
That's what she said.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, apparently, Jamie, you've got yourself a fan.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe I'm reading this, that you're usually so good with your puns.
Puns. Maybe he's masochistic. He masochist. Study I was reading that links brain damage to puns.
I believe it.
I put him down behind you, Crimson.
Yeah, I saw that. Thank you very much. Saves me going up the stairs and dying.
Yeah. That before he kills me.
I tried to heal you, but I mean, I only do so much of that.
Oh, that's fair.
I don't have any other healings, so we're just gonna wand
My restoration is on cooldown, or off cooldown now.
We'll have him. He only has
But I
20
think he's
points left.
weak enough I can just smack him.
Yeah.
Oh, crap. Wrong skill. Alright, Sabille, let's just go for it. Oh, come on. Oh, I didn't realize he had so much armor. Yeah, I didn't realize he had so much armor. Chunk. Okay, well, that's certainly a way to end it.
What an idiot.
Oh god. Everything's exploding. See, I decided to race and see how many of my health layers I could build after I heard that 20 snakes were going to get done today. And I've got all 20 riders and 16 mounts done this afternoon. And then also built 5 incubi.
Oh. Portal? Why, yes.
The health layers, none of, because they're still in the process of being built. I have a bunch, 2 start collecting boxes of Slaves to Darkness that are both like 80% painted now. And then the Drukhari I've been working on since a little bit before the Codex dropped, and I mean, other than like the actual physical models. And none of them are done, but the entire army except for a Chronos and now 5 Incubi are at least base coated and um, kind of on their way to getting painted. You know how we were talking yellow armies?
If you want to step on the little switch at the end.
Send you a picture here, Walker.
Oh, thank you. I'm not too sure.
Here, maybe just
There's one more portal. There's 2 other portals that we can go through.
Is the one that I'm closest to?
Yeah, so that's a unique one, and then there's another one somewhere.
Okay,
if you look into the like room below where you are, and then across there's a portal there. I unfortunately can't get to where you guys are.
Yeah, and I'll need Bird to teleport.
Yeah.
But I'll go into the one that's closest to me.
So when Blair did the last Meeple Mart order, I grabbed 5 more because they had them and they've been out of stock everywhere. The Drukhari army is not meant to be very big. I had a list that I wanted to build, and all I'm waiting on is some Hellions, and then I'm kind of set.
This to me just links to the one in the room.
Oh, I see. Okay, that's what it does.
Yeah, they in their
here.
like full on base coating colors, they definitely look like a bunch of bananas. I'm trying to see if I have any other pictures of
that's which makes the
progress
here appear. It's only beneficial if we really care about that skull. But we can also just put this on it. Never mind.
Later.
They were really fun to play on Tabletop Sim, and then started buying them, and then the Codex came out and they were really good. Played them a few times, and then stopped playing them because it felt unfair. How do we not have that door open? Do we not have a skull? Like, nobody has a skull?
Nope. No, so I need someone to come with me to teleport in that portal because there's a skull, but I can't get it without teleporting.
Okay. What I can do is teleport a couple people and pass the gloves.
If you just send a van with me, I can... Or actually, just give me the glove, I can teleport the skeleton to me, can I not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should be able to.
Second here. And where'd you go?
Oh, I thought I was there. I'm right beside you now.
But as usual, it's a million projects on the go all at once, and
Okay. Be right back. We want a blank fire skill book and a dwarven dagger.
sure, why not?
We can sell it.
Stuff
See if I can
to
reach it.
sell, if nothing else. Well, you're welcome to jump in on Sigmar with us as well. When the 3rd edition announcement happened and we're talking about it, I realized that everyone either had bits and pieces of an army or wanted one. And so, like my demons, and I had bought the Slaves to Darkness to do a Fallen Dark Angel conversion, but then I realized they'd be just better suited to playing Sigmar anyways. Crimson here decided that he really likes dinosaurs.
Who doesn't like dinosaurs?
Jamie has some Sky Dwarves.
It's awkward confession time. Dwarven skeleton does not have a skull.
Mr. Archon here has Daughters of Cain. Yeah, it was one of those things where I don't really have to.
Can you reach the skull that, or teleport someone down to the crumbling skull?
Yeah, I can just go there.
Don't have a ton of required investment, and we're starting relatively small, like 1,000 points or so, but it is just another
dollars.
Well,
relatively small, few grand.
I mean, if I had to purchase it, like the demon army would be around there.
Are we opening this door?
I think it's
I don't know what we want to
$1,000
use it
just
on.
in big monsters.
Doesn't think there's any point to opening that door.
We don't need to solve the rest of the thing. Like, it's only the portals. There's usually a treasure box with some loot in them. And then we're pretty much done, because we freed the historian and everything. And we don't need to teleport back through. We can just waypoint somewhere.
It's true.
So I'm going to go to the Hollow Marshes Bridge. Farewell. Yeah. I definitely agree with having too much stuff. I am once again out of shelf space, but just means I need a new shelf, right? But it was a relatively easy small dive, so for whatever that's worth.
Good here. What time were we thinking of calling it?
Do you have a time you want to wrap up? Like, we could look and get into one more fight, since we only had one party wipe tonight.
let's get into one more fight, and that should do us.
Here be pigs. Like, it's definitely in that shrouded area. I'm just not really sure how to get there.
The other fight?
Northwest. Well, I mean, there's gonna be fights there, right? We've kind of cleared up everything else.
Did we find the dragon?
I didn't talk to it. That cave is...
And there's the witch in the cave near the dragon.
Yeah, that cave's not too bad. The dragon's a pretty nice fella.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go there. That's due west. There we go. It's kind of how it happens, isn't it? You, like, buy a couple of things here and there, and then suddenly you're like, oh, there's a whole army.
Oh yeah, there's the cave.
I back when I first started playing 40K, I picked up a $200 box, like a shoebox full of models from some guy that had, like, I don't know, hundreds of dollars worth of Space Marines and some, like, old Warhammer Fantasy models. And last year I went through and there was a bunch of guardsmen in it, and I went through and counted something like 100 Catachan guardsmen.
Oh, nice.
And so and then, like, I had bought 3 tank commanders for when they were really good in 8th edition. So maybe not the best guard army, but I have a large part of a guard army by accident.
Oh, that's right.
Are my eyes fooling me?
But you gotta... The traps are illusions.
Looks strange.
Not those ones. Ow. Womp womp. I remember this being a very difficult fight as well. Let me just check Sabiel's gear here.
Can you send the pants that are on the beast over to a fan?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Here, I'll send... I just sent to Fan some pants as well.
Yeah, he's hurting for gear.
What weapons
Also
does he
sending you a bunch of special arrows.
Thank you. Use his crossbow.
Okay.
Here's a shield for Beast. Some gloves for Beast.
Knockdown arrows.
Couple of skill books for fun.
Yeah. Throw into the washing really quick.
Yeah. So did your Custodes army just kind of explode because you got that deal, or was it actually just kind of slow growth?
There are spoilers for both the D&D set that Bill is sending me.
There's spoilers for what, sorry?
For the D&D set for Magic.
Oh, I see.
And Brunor and Dritz were spoiled.
That's kind of exciting.
Yeah. Dritz is pretty sweet.
I'll, Are they actually, like, any good?
Yeah. So Dritz is 5-cost green and white for a 3/3 double strike. When you create a Gwenwyvar token, which is a 4/1 green. He has the ability that whenever a creature dies, if they had more power than him, you put 1/1 counters onto Dritz equal to the difference.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
And then Brunor is a 4-mana red-white 5/3 with each creature you control attached to it. And the first time you equip something, you can pay 0 instead of its equip cost each turn.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I'm back.
Back.
Yeah, that's a pretty sweet, sweet army deal there.
What is this place?
I don't know if he's still in chat, but our friend Archon there just got a Gene Stealer cult army for like $300 or $400. That's probably close to $2,000. Which will be a interesting project.
How many armies do you now have, Archon?
If he's not still in chat, I can probably answer that, but
stands amid a field of corpses, some fresh, some ancient. The sour smell of them stings your nostrils.
oh yeah, no worries. Don't need to constantly be talking.
Into a humid flavor you can almost taste.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what you do with it.
The woman turns to you, bitten lips parting into a grin. She tucks a small bunch of black-red roses into a leather strap across her left hip and, preparing to curtsy, offers you a hand.
Stand away.
She stands to her full height, her lips pursed in disappointment. She cocks her head and takes you in. The stench of death and sewage suddenly intensifies. She peers closely at you, a shrewd smile playing about her lips.
Ave de more de mergalach.
Recognize the chant.
Very good, kitten. Now, I imagine you're here for the same reason I am.
She pats the bouquet at her hip.
Let's see. Harlequins, Drakari, Dark Angels, its sisters, Gene Stealer call. It's catching up to me.
But you're too late. These roses belong to me. Looks like
you
we'll
warp
have
a
to
fan
find
up
some
to you?
other way to keep you busy.
Alright.
Could you warp a fan up to where you were?
Oh, he can just walk up there.
She bites her
Oh,
lip
hang on.
and
I have the
leans in,
passport,
close
don't I?
to your face.
No, he
As
can't.
she
It's all
whispers,
good.
her
Yeah.
breath, faintly fragrant with a sweet honeyish smell, caresses your ear. You almost forget where you are.
I find you rather delicious.
Suddenly, her breath sours in your mouth. It is rank, mouldering, thick with the taint of death. You try to pull away, but she is holding you tight and hard.
My finger definitely slipped. I meant to press number 2 when I hit 1. And so now Sabine is going to
You
die.
hear a low hum, getting louder. Before you realize what's happening, winged insects pour from her throat down yours. They ricochet around your mouth, a wet, buzzing mass, more by the second. Suddenly, all at once, they start stinging you from inside.
That would be horrible.
She stumbles back a few paces and wipes her mouth.
Ha ha! Delicious. Mmm, so bloody delicious. Tell me, little girl, do you know why the soil here is so very fertile? Do you know why it's the only place in Reaper's Coast where blood roses grow?
What she got? Can anyone cure diseased?
It goes away in 5 turns.
Yeah, but, you know, minus 35% damage and 2 con is going to hurt.
Cured by Fortify, Bless, or First Aid. So you can Bless her,
Fortify.
or I
Yeah,
have
I got
Fortify.
Sweet.
Very good. Lovely. I'll need more roses soon enough. I already started with the last traveler who interrupted me. Come, let's make next year's harvest a real bounty.
Okay, that's the end of the conversation. Is there any prep that we need to do?
I don't think so. It's a foot. Oh yikes, I forgot about those things. I'm gonna teleport her back down to everyone.
Sabile's gonna jump up and punch her, though.
Okay. Oh, good.
That should make her able to be knocked down. 2 out of 20, not bad. Didn't take too long.
How difficult are the snake ladies to...
They weren't too bad. I built a few of them to use as slith for the Dark Eldar.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember them being too bad, but I also didn't have to worry about their arms or anything like that. But their heads are like 3 or 4 parts. Because their hair is like a clamshell sort of thing. And then they have like a mask. Yeah. Whereas, like, I mean, I enjoy painting, but assembling, I probably just like the process of it. And have gotten very fast with it.
Than painting now.
Sorry?
I think I enjoy assembling a bit more than painting now.
Yeah. Well, especially like you're saying, if your hands are a bit shaky, like that's got to be
doubles the time.
Kind of annoying to deal with for painting. Some of the instructions are really bad, I do find. They've gotten a lot better with the like new kits. I haven't really had any major problems, but some of the older ones, or like, you know, late 20 teens, it's just some terrible instructions. Although, like, Bellacor's the only one I've ever seen them issue an errata for an instruction book. And that was, you know, a couple of weeks ago.
That's fantastic. Was
Yeah.
it that messed up?
I don't think it was. I think it was actually just a number of parts or some parts were numbered wrong.
Oh, okay.
But I'd never seen them issue an errata for an instruction book before. Finecast is the worst.
It's just awful.
I picked up a Tantalus to go with the Drukari because I thought it's been one of my favorite models for ever, and assembling that thing has made me never want to buy another Forge World model again. And I'm still not certain that I'm not going to return it. Things are a friggin' nightmare. It's like almost completely together and almost all the gaps filled and like all of that, and I'm still just like, this is such an unhappy experience. How we doing? Okay, everyone seems to be okay over here. Crimson, how much knockdown do you have, or like, can you CC her again?
Should be able to. I've got crippling blow.
But not knockdown?
Keeps her from using skills.
Sorry?
It'll keep her from using.
Oh. Okay. Well, I won't go too crazy on this round then.
I have a knockdown available as well.
Okay. Well, whatever. Like, as long as she doesn't blow us all up. I could have just. Yeah, well, I could have just done another attack in there if we didn't have a CC, but then she loses an attack next turn, so.
Yeah, I'm not confident I can, so I'll.
Best to CC her.
Yeah, I actually can't kill her because I have to get closer.
No, I think we're mostly okay. Ifan seems to be a bit low, but
Yeah, I can't reach him, I don't think. No. I'll just keep the point for now. Rude.
What she got? 59 hit points. Sabine can kill her next turn.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, there's a Loth card too.
There's a witch?
A Loth for Dean.
I don't know if it's just me, but it sounds like you're just kind of cutting in and out. Like I'm hearing half of every word or something like that.
I'm gonna try reconnecting.
oh, Ifan turned into a small pile of goo.
How's that?
Sound better?
Seems a bit clearer.
Okay. I also stuck it closer to my face. Maybe that's the difference.
Might help.
Yikes.
Being able to actually pick up your voice.
I got chained.
Anyways, there's also a Loth card.
Okay.
She is a planeswalker.
To me, that's kind of weird. That she would be like that. But also kind of cool. Because she's a god, not a mortal wizard that travels around the plains.
Yeah. I mean, they have to take some liberties for it to make sense canonically.
But they have cards that represent gods.
Oh, everyone's dying. Yikes.
Oh yeah, this is a tough fight. Like, there's so many enemies other than just the witch.
You are diseased? Does that mean that healing doesn't heal you?
No, that's cursed. I think it is.
Damage and maximum vitality decreased is disease.
Hit the undead guy instead, sorry.
Oh, I need a sad trombone soundboard.
Yeah. Wah, wah, wah.
Do we not have red scrolls through our whole party?
Oh.
Los and Beast have one. Oh, I don't know that I was the right choice to resurrect.
Oh, thought that's why you're asking.
No, I was asking because Ifan does a lot more damage than Fane. But it doesn't matter because that beetle just killed me.
It's pretty sweet.
Should have read that first.
It's all good. I can bring you back.
Yeah, no
We can
worries.
just
That's funny.
beat these bugs up.
Yikes.
I mean, there's only, what, a few bugs left?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're fine. Don't worry about bringing me back yet.
Well, you say that, but then I die, and Sabine can't bring anyone back.
Oh, that's fair.
Thank you.
She learned how to do that from eating people.
The things you learn from cannibalism.
Yeah, don't heal the dwarf. He has to.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, because isn't it Theros? They had, like, every color had a god card.
Yeah. Where do you want to be?
So,
Just up near you guys is fine. If I'm high, I get decent range.
so it just weirds me out that they chose to make a demon god a planeswalker instead of just a god. When they could have, like, Elminster or any of those sorts of characters be planeswalkers.
Yeah, maybe. In her lore, though, between the eternal abyss and the material plane, quite often. There's like a ceremony in Menzoberranzan every year where she takes mortal form and walks the streets, and a random drow is blessed.
Yeah. Maybe. Maybe it makes sense. I don't know. I mean, it's their IP. I'm sure they know what they're doing. Can I heal the Red Prince at all? Is there anything Sabine can do? I can teach you throwing knives. Okay. I feel like if she goes over there, she's gonna get pounced on by 2 beetles and die.
Let them come to us. Save the AP.
Just wish she had something to do to, like, buff herself here. Well, actually...
They'll have to go through the wildfire anyway.
Well, they fly, right? Like, they can just jump
that's
out
right.
of the...
You gotta knock them down to get them in there.
Yeah. But she has her teleport up, so that's fine. Oh, it flew into the fire.
That's all I got.
I mean, it's something. Hopefully this thing doesn't take you down. Red Prince, if you want to send me your Armor of Frost scroll, I can cast it on Los next turn.
Sure.
And then that way maybe she stays up for another round. I'm gonna try and jump into the fire to kill that beetle that's hurt. Actually, it's knocked down, so I'm gonna leave it alone and hit the other one.
And then, like, as soon as you get a teleport up, if you can bring one of the beetles next to me so I don't have to go in the fire.
Well, he just made fire around the other one, so I have to dive into it.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, sweet. Perfect.
Problem solved.
Indeed, it has been. Okay. Armor of Frost, cast on Los. Sabine might actually just kill this thing. She's, yeah.
Nice.
There you go. She's doing all right.
Last 2 turns, 11 to 12 fire damage. 9 turns. No, that's not worth it. So we're gonna need Phoenix Dive.
Would be helpful.
I
I
think
mean, you've got some magic armor now. You can just run through the fire. Like, it's not much choice. Unless we wait for it to come here. Save AB. You already had Armor of Frost on you.
Yeah, now I'm maxed out.
Okay. Whoops. Wow. Okay. Oh, it's blocking me. That's annoying.
It's decaying, so you can heal it and kill it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and murder it right now. But yeah.
Nice.
Hey, we did it. Didn't wipe. Good job, us.
Was someone grabbing Necromancer?
Yeah. Sabile's also got a little bit of it for the lifesteal purpose.
Who uses a bow?
If on. That's where you go through every skull and pile of corpses and hope the lucky charm procs.
And then we got a ring, the Mist Descends, Mage Armor 11. And Isidol Sandals, 4 physical, 17 magic. And I might
What else
take
does it
that
do?
one. +1 sneaking.
Okay, yeah. 2 wits and arrow search. Yeah, if you're not, are you talking about the Mist Descends? Sorry.
Either or. So I might take the ring. It brings up arrow surge.
Yeah,
Which
that's fine. Sabile's the only she's the only one that you really uses wits, I think. You should pass me one of those staves.
You're talking about the purging ones?
No, the actual staff.
Gaze of Doom,
Maybe
or
the Oath of Insanity, I think. Yeah. And then there's a one-handed mace.
Skull Crusher. Or if that's something for the beast here. Yeah, no, that's definitely a good one for the beast. Boom.
Oh, lucky charm. New amulet to ID.
Peace. Millstone. 14 mage armor, 1 constitution, 1 warfare.
That kind of sounds like a Losis thing.
Mm-hmm. Just thinking that. Whoosh. Also, I grabbed that flower. I don't know who wants it.
I don't think it matters. It's a quest item, isn't it?
Could be. It does boost your stats, though.
Oh, really?
For like 10 turns. So maybe just save it
Oh, if
till
you
we
get
need to do a conversation or something.
What is it?
Yeah, I think it's a quest item.
Okay.
Is it the flower?
Yeah.
The blood rose.
You can brew it into a potion that permanently increases your stats.
Oh, well, there you go. Well, that went well.
Yeah, I expected us to have at least one reload there. We'll go. Oh, I found a ring for your IDing service.
There's another couple piles here if you wanted to click on them.
Mage armor 13, earth resistance, and geomancer.
Fane's got Geomancer going on. I can't reach those ones. That's why I didn't. Didn't get them.
Oh, weird. I can't either. Okay.
We'll go stand by the dragon and then save
Over there.
It looks strange.
Sounds good. Just know my son's gonna wake me up super early.
Yeah. No, that's pretty fair. And
Usually
it's closing time anyways, right?
Yeah.
So
He'll untop me and like shake me awake or jump on me and like, Dad, whispering, is it wake up time? Like, well, bloody is now, child.
should just tell him no and see what he has to say.
No, go back to sleep. I mean, I have told him just let it up too late or something. He usually wants me to wake up with him.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Well, for all of you who are still sticking with us, thanks for hanging out. And our streams have been pretty erratic now with work happening and life happening again, so I'm not going to make any promises as to when we'll be back, but hopefully sooner than it was from the last time. I hope you all have a great weekend.
Yes.
Yes, I will message you about that for sure. Okay. Have a good night, y'all.